morning, Joe.
What's going on, man?
It's about time you're here. We've been going since, hell, I don't know, 5, 2, yesterday, whatever day it is. I don't know what day it is anymore.
What day is today?
Today, when I got here, I put the body back on the chassis, made some marks of where it was going to sit on the frame and whatnot, and then put the old trusty overalls on, because that seemed to work the best to get as much work done, so I'm wearing them. Cut a bunch of miscellaneous metal out, re-notched the rear end, because now we have airbags on it, so we need more clearance. And now that we're at that point, I have all of the new front suspension parts to put a 2-inch drop perch. So this factory A-arm cross member's coming out. I'm putting a big old hefty chunk of 2.5-inch quarter wall tubing in here. And that's what the mount's gonna go off of. Leaf spring's gonna move forward to be a little bit safer for that gigantic elephant of an engine that's gonna be going in here. And then we're gonna make some engine mounts, a transmission mount, and then luckily Sweet Patina is sending us some sauce for the body after we media blast that. And some other blackout paint, which we're gonna paint the front end, the frame, the rear end, link arms, everything is gonna get blacked out on the chassis. Match the wheels and all that. Then you've got obviously all the polish and the color of the engine with just a matte finish on the body. So gonna pull this off, start cutting some rivets, and got this on there just temporarily to hold it together. Hopefully that's strong enough, I don't know. That's just what I have laying around. We don't really have time to do everything correctly, so we're doing it as fast as possible. So yeah, once you stick that thing up on a tripod, we can start getting to work, because we don't have any more time to be talking about this thing until later when we talk about what we did. So yeah, let's get to it, folks.
So it's been a long week, man. We've been waiting on stuff.
Very long week, yes. We've been waiting on stuff. We're still waiting on stuff. Hopefully it'll get here today, tomorrow, the rest of this week. And then it's just, that's everything that I can think of that I don't have. But stuff that we do have that we got other than what we already had. We got the fuel cell from Speedway. We have all of the front end components from Speedway. We have some front end Heim joints and rear end Heim joints from CarTech. We have a steering box out of a 54 Chevy truck, which I'm going to flip for the right-hand drive conversion. And all the brake line material, the brake line fittings, the T's, the brake light switch, all of that's from ABS Power Brake in orange. I got the headlight lenses and the reflectors, some inner door handle knobs, some bear claw latches for the doors. All of that's from CW Moss in orange as well. They do nothing but 28 to 31 cars, whether it's a coupe, a sedan, 4-door, whatever it is, they have all the parts for it. And then we got the glorious gigantic goose catching scoop from BDS Blower Service. So that's gonna be going on there. Fin to match the valve covers. We're gonna paint those black today. Then obviously we have the transmission. Picked it up yesterday. Then we got the neighbors playing with their 6-liter LS swapped Jaguar. So hold on. Let's see. Hey, what year is that turd box? 72. See, it's not even old enough to be cool and sound cool. But it's okay. No, it is pretty cool, actually. Nobody else has an LS swap Jag, so it's had a small block in it for like 3 years, so now it's got a little bit more pep. He saw what I was doing. He's trying to keep up with the good boys. I'm just saying, you know, we're better. But yeah, it's all we have left is the front end suspension stuff and paint everything, put the body on it, and hope to God a week before the show. Obviously, I'm shortening the deadline a little bit, but the deadline is the 9th because we were gonna drive it out, but talked to the machinist that did the engine who replaced the bearings. Since I spun the bearing, talked to him and he said it's probably not a good idea to drive open zoomied all the way to Vegas because I'll probably start floating valves without back pressure. And I do obviously want to have fun with it. So we're going to have to trailer it out, but we will still be filming the drive. We'll probably take it off the trailer a couple times in front of some cool spots, take some photos, but that's phase 2. Right now we're still in phase 1. We can't think of phase 2, but it gives us the drive to keep going on phase 1. So yeah, we're going to get after it today and get everything that we need fabricated for the frame so that way it's done, and then everything else is piddly stuff that can get done real quick and you're not ever gonna see. So fingers crossed we make it and the chassis is done today, and then yeah, off to Vegas in 19 days. But it's already fucking 12. We're about 7.5 hours behind, so we should have started at like 3 o'clock this morning.
We got enough coffee though.
We got more than enough coffee.
Okay, get back to work. got a box.
That's even worse. What?
We got a box over here.
Watching arts and crafts in there. They're painting the valve covers. That's one less thing that we have to worry about. What we get? What we get? It obviously has Speedway on it. Hopefully it is what I'm doing on the front of the car and not something that has to do with like fuel cell or anything else, because I need front and rear end stuff right now. We can make confetti. Okay, let's see. We got, bear claw latch. That's for the door. That's for the door. We got some bushings, 4-bar sleeves. Invoice with a number. We don't want to see what that is. Bear claws, striker for the bear claw, another bear claw. Yes! This is the low ride height perch. So this is going to weld to that tube that I just put in front of the chassis. And the difference between the original cross member to what I just did and this should be about 4 inches lower in the front. So that's good. Gold. These are the shackles with studs. You need those. This one is the clean spring perch. You need those. Then we have 37 to 41 kingpin kit. You need that. When do I get stuff? Shock mount, headlight mount. And then we got new U-bolts, which is mine, striker, and yeah, another box of goodies and a bunch of stuff that we can keep going on this thing. So let's do it. Baby. Ooh, baby. New kingpins. Rotating pins. Now we just have to do everything else.
Hurry up.
You know you don't gotta get so angry.
You keep leaving parts everywhere and I can't find them. Yes, I do.
But you found it.
Because it was where I intentionally stuck it to prove a point that you leave stuff everywhere. Damn it, so stop leaving parts everywhere.
What's up, man?
Oh, hi. How's it going? Special guest.
We got Chris in the shop. What's going on, Chris?
Oh man, same old shit, another day.
Chris is helping us out with the media blasting equipment, and he does media blasting for a living. How long you been doing it?
15 years.
Tell us a little bit about your
I
company.
do tile cleaning. What I do is take that ugly white scum off your tile and the mustache and make it look all nice and pretty without screwing up your tile.
How do we get a hold of you?
Call us 562-708-0967.
All right, man.
Thank
Thank you again for helping us out.
You're welcome.
You ready to get back to work?
I'm waiting on you. Thank you, you too. Thank you very much.
So we're almost done with the media blasting body. Got majority of it done. I got to clean some more stuff up and then do the interior. But check it out. Not done yet. Gonna clean up the patches. Get rid of the leopard. Yeah. Let's see what he's doing inside. What's going on, bro?
All of this. That's what's going on. New cross member, gussets in the front, new leaf perch, new shackle mounts. I still gotta cut those to length and weld them in. I'm just trying to get the measurements right from axle to rear end so that way everything's square. We can adjust them with the Heim joints. That I took the crappy little ball joints that were on the back of them, put some actual decent Heim joints in there. I'm gonna gusset that around the outside so that'll be nice and strong. And then hopefully with doing that, moving it from the factory cross member to that tube member is about 2 inches. And now that's an 1.5 to 2 inch lower spring perch. So hopefully it's not gonna sit too low with the weight of the engine in here, which I don't want it to, but it might. We're gonna find out, that's for sure. This is trial by fire within a certain amount of time that we don't have. So we're kinda, whatever it is, it is. So we'll see. How's it going out there? Good?
It looks good.
Yeah.
It looks real good.
So far it looks great.
Yeah. I got some more, some patches to clean up and stuff. I just swept up and we're gonna get back at it.
Nice. Yeah, once I have these all welded up, I'm gonna bring the wishbones out to you. We can blast those. So that way those can get painted all nice. I already took you the grill shell, so that way that'll match the body. And then hopefully do engine and trans mounts later tonight or tomorrow. Fingers crossed. And then after that, it's floor and hook everything else out. So we're gonna see, but we got some food coming, so we need some sustenance to keep us going the rest of the night, because the coffee this morning is starting to wear off, and it's kind of hurting my stomach, so I think I need some food. But it's on its way, so we'll keep on trucking and see how far we get tonight.
Look at it. Can I go back inside now?
Well, once we sweep up your desert you have out here, yeah.
You know I'm a dirt guy.
Yeah, but this is this isn't a parking lot or the desert. It's kind of a I'm renting a shop from this company.
So?
Hide the evidence.
Wait.
Look at it. You did an amazing job. It is bare metal. We're gonna paint the interior black. I got some sheet metal work to do on the door panels. I got all the wood coming. Yeah, I mean it's one step closer and done sooner than what we expected. So. So excited. Can't wait to hear it go cackle to cackle. Oh, I like it too. I'll like it a lot better when I'm sitting in it and going down the road.
I'm excited.
What a day. What a day. We got so much accomplished. Even though it doesn't look like it, still got a lot accomplished. Got the cross member cut out of the chassis, the new one welded in, gusseted, plated. Got the drop perch, so now the leaf spring is going to sit where it's going to sit. I need to get a shorter leaf spring now because this one's a little bit too long, but get a shorter leaf spring so when the 1,200 pounds of engine gets in here, it'll sit where it's supposed to. But other than that, we got new kingpins in it. We got spacers for the wheel bearings. Took the wheel spacers off because the caliper's clear, so it narrowed it up a little bit better and looks a lot cleaner. I gotta reinforce the rear wishbones back there. I gotta drill and sleeve the frame for the bolt to go through. And I'm going to shear it in the back, or what they call a shear gusset, so that way I have an outer bracket holding the Heim on as well. So it's just extra added strength. Then tomorrow we're gonna hit it hard early in the morning, get the motor and trans mounts made, get that sitting in here so that way when we get the paint product from Sweet Patina, it's gonna look all pretty and shiny. And then Joe, the greatest of greatest friends, spent the last probably 5.5 hours blasting the body, and it turned out absolutely awesome. It's completely bare metal. Some of the original Ford brass stuff that's on the body still, like the driver's side handle, which I wish I had a passenger handle, the gas cap on the original cowl, and the window slides. I mean, those are like just, they stand out on the silver body so much. And with all of the chassis being black, the body being bare metal that I'm going to put the Sweet Patina sauce on to cover the bare metal so it doesn't surface rust, and just the teal of the engine with all the polished aluminum, it's gonna pop my, I don't want to go to sleep tonight, but I have to, because I have to wake up in the morning and come do it again. So I get to relive this. I think right now we've got, I think like 19 or 18 days. And so far, with being able to blast the body and getting the chassis pretty much buttoned up, it's looking like we're 2 to 3 days ahead of schedule for when we have to leave, which is awesome because we can troubleshoot and fix anything before we actually hit the road, instead of fixing it in the parking lot at the car show, which a lot of guys do. So hopefully there's more people there in the same boat that we are. Probably not as time crunch as what we've got, because I'm stupid and I wanted to build a car. But yeah, I mean, it's there. It's super close to actually all coming together. I was a little stressed out about not being able to get the parts in time, but Speedway, man, they absolutely kick ass. It was order it, next day, here you go. A couple of the guys that I talked to from Speedway in the tech department, they were Johnny on the spot for what I need. And all the guys from Speedway that I called, all the techs, the hot rod techs, don't just talk to a customer service person, you actually have to call the hot rod tech. If you're doing one of these, I mean, they're older dudes, they know their shit, they've been around the block a time or two, they know what will work and what won't work. So I mean, everything that they were helpful with was absolutely awesome. And again, you know, obviously next day shipping, I got everything that I needed to get this on a deadline crunch that we're on right now. So it's like I keep telling people, it's a SEMA crunch in April. So it's a Easter SEMA, I guess, for us. But yeah, now again, motor mounts, tranny mounts tomorrow, and paint this bad boy so we can put everything together.